was over walking and I saw that you had said yes, and I was like, oh, I'll get over there before.
Yep.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You are very welcome. Thank you for being a listener.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There is a little bit of audio, and it's probably, where's that coming in? Audio sneaking in somewhere. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the campus of Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils, where they will be hosting the Johnson County Community College Cavaliers. On Thursday, the Blue Devils lost the first game and won the second game, I believe. I didn't even grab my sheets of paper to have this for sure here. So we are now up for the final two games with a split on Thursday. The Blue Devils welcome the Cavaliers to Kansas City, Kansas Community College on the campus. Sunshiny day, light breeze out of the south blowing out to left field. Want to welcome everyone. The starting lineups for today's contest. First for the Cavaliers. In right field, leading off, Jake Grauberger. Batting second, Nick Iannatone, the designated hitter. Batting third in left field, Quentin Hall. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, Noah Cook. Batting fifth in center field, Jackson Galloway. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Alex Austin. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Brevin Lee. The catcher bats eighth, Nate Stevens. Batting ninth, the shortstop, Isaiah Cohens. And on the mound today, Jay Long for the Cavaliers. So it'll be Grauberger, Iannatone, Hall, Cook, Galloway, Austin, Lee, Stevens, Cohens, with Long on the mound. Now the starting lineup for your Blue Devils. Cole Dawson will lead off at shortstop. Batting second, Ray Paniagua, the center fielder. Batting third, the right fielder, Caleb Adams. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, Palmer Hutchison. At first base, batting fifth, Brendan Bard. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Jalen Johnson. Batting seventh, Ivan Ortiz, the designated hitter. Batting eighth, Camden Carlin, the catcher. Batting ninth, the second baseman, Cole Slabowski. And on the mound today for the Blue Devils, Sebastian Valdez, the starting lineup for your Blue Devils. We'll take a break. We'll be back for this one. 2 games scheduled today. A split on Thursday. Each team won a game at Johnson. And now we have a doubleheader up here to finalize the series. The first game is a 7. The second one is a 9. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Ivan or Yvonne?
Yvonne.
Yvonne.
Oh, everybody tells it Ivan, so you're
Yes, but I should have checked beforehand, Yvonne, right?
Yeah.
Okay, my audio's not going through there correctly, I don't believe.
Hace una noche subió la foto de
See, that's not going through right. Something is not right. What is not right? All right, I want to welcome everyone back. I'm not happy with the volume that we had a while ago, so I'm doing a check of my audio to see here in a minute if we are getting this better. We will start this game about 1 o'clock. We'll have an anthem, I assume, about 5 till the guys shake their head up here in the press box. So once again, working on the audio. I'm not happy with it, but I'll work and see if I can get it figured out. Thanks for listening and watching. We'll take a break. I'll be back. All right, welcome back, everyone. Welcome to today's doubleheader. The Johnson County Cavaliers travel just a little bit north to the campus of the Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils, where the Blue Devils host this doubleheader this afternoon. On the mound today for the Blue Devils, number 45, Sebastian Velez. He is from Trujillo Alto, Puerto Rico. Went to Central Point High School. The defense behind him will be from left to right in the outfield, Johnson, Paniagua, and Adams. Across the infield from left to right is Hutchison, Dawson, Slabowski, and Bard. Carlin behind the plate and Velez on the mound. He brings a 1.84 ERA to the mound. Scheduled up is Grauberger, Iannantone, and Hall. The first three hitters for the Cavaliers. As the wind and the first pitch. It's a ground ball down the left field line and foul. Owen won the count on Grauberger. Check swing. Called strike on the check swing, so 0-2 the count on Grauberger. Grauberger starts the day batting .403. Outside, 1-2 the count. Strike called outside corner with a breaking pitch. So Grauberger down on strikes. It's going to bring up Iannantone. He's the designated hitter, steps in on the left-handed side. Iannantone starts the day batting .442. Swing and a miss of that pitch on the outside corner. Want to welcome everyone in for the game today. 2 games today, a 7 followed by a 9. There's a ball headed into right field for the hit. Extra bases for Iannantone. That's going to bring up Hall. Hall starts the day batting .391. He'll step in with 1 out and a runner at second base. Comes the pitch. Strike called outside corner at the knees, breaking ball. Comes the stretch and the 0-1. In the dirt, nicely blocked by Carlin. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on here in the top half of the first inning. Comes the 1-1. Time is asked for and called. Quentin Hall, the left fielder. Comes the stretch and the pitch by Valles. Swing and a miss of that fastball up in the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Valles ahead of Quentin Hall. Comes the 1-2 in the dirt, blocked, headed for third. And out at third. Trying to move up as the ball kicked away from Carlin, but not far enough for Ian and Tone to get there. So thrown out at third by Carlin down to Hutchison. So now 2 outs. Outside, blocked nicely by the catcher. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Comes the wind in, the 3-2 in the dirt again, so ball 4. Base on balls to Hall. It's going to bring up Noah Cook. Cook starts the day batting .455. He'll step in with a runner at first base and 2 outs. Comes the pitch inside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Comes the 1-0. Ground ball headed to the shortstop. Dawson with it over to second base. So at the end of half an inning, no score. We'll take a break. We'll be back. On the mound today for the Cavaliers, Jay Long from Stillwell, Kansas. Tall left-hander brings his 3.18 ERA to the mound. Jay was in the press box as I called the game on Thursday and was very helpful with names and so forth. He is the starter for the Cavaliers today. Dawson, Paniagua, and Adams due up. Across the outfield, Hall, Galloway, and Gallagher. Across the infield from left to right, Cook, Coens, Lee, and Austin, with Stevens behind the plate. First pitch misses high and outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count to Cole Dawson. Dawson starts the day batting .333, takes strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dawson, the shortstop for the Blue Devils. High and outside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Comes the 2-1. Ground ball headed at the shortstop, cut off by the third baseman Cook. Over to first base, Austin for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Paniagua. Paniagua, the center fielder. Paniagua starts the day batting .226. He'll step in with 1 out and nobody on. High, ball 1. Comes the stretch and the 1-0 in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes to Ray Paniagua. He bats for the Blue Devils here with 1 out. High fly ball over the first base side. Second baseman can't get to that. The wind's blowing it around. So a high fly base hit turns into a double. It's going to bring up Adams. Adams will step in with 1 out and a runner at second base. Adams starts the day batting .281. Breaking ball headed into left field. Going to hold him up at third, so a base hit for Adams. So that's going to bring up Hutchison. Hutchison starts the day batting .237. He'll step in with runners at the corners and 1 out. Outside, ball 1, 1-0 the count on Palmer Hutchison, the third baseman. Comes the stretch by Long and the pitch. Just misses a little bit inside, 2-0 the count. Adams at first, Paniagua at third. Misses inside, 3-0 the count on Hutchison. Hutchison, the cleanup hitter for the Blue Devils. Strike inside corner at the knee. Strike called, 3-1 the count. Bottom half of the second inning. Comes the 3-1, runner goes. Foul ball down the right field line and out of play. So 3 balls, 2 strikes and an out to Hutchison. Runner goes, got him picked off, going to throw to second, get him in a rundown, and the run scores. The run scores while he's in the rundown. So 1 run in, now 2 outs on the board. Comes the 3-2 pitch, fouled back to the screen. So ball 4 issued to Hutchison. He'll be at first base. That's going to bring up Brendan Bard. Bard steps in with 2 outs and a runner at first. Bard starts the day batting 276. Runner goes and is safe at second. I missed the count on what the first pitch was as I was watching the steal. Strike called. See if the umpire gives us the count here. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count with 2 outs. Runner at second base. Bard at the plate, the first baseman. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 run in on the rundown between first and second. The runner from third scored, but the second out recorded, so the Cavaliers willing to take the out for the run. High and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss for the out. So at the end of 1 full inning, the Blue Devils have a 1-0 lead. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Valdez back to the mound for another inning of work scheduled up for the Cavaliers. Galloway, Austin, and Lee. Galloway will step in, leading off the top half of the second inning. Blue Devils lead 1-0. Galloway starts the day batting .443. He'll step in to face Valdez. High and inside, ball 1. Comes the wind in, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jackson Galloway, the center fielder for the Cavaliers. Foul ball right back over the top of us. One ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Cavaliers batting here in the bottom half of the second inning here in this first game of 2. It's another foul ball right back up over the top of us and out of play. First game will be a 7. Second game will be a 9. Want to remind you that there are 2 links at 4 tees. We'll shut down this first one to do the second one. Here comes the 1-2. Foul ball down the right field line and out of play. So 1-2 the count on Galloway. Comes the wind down, the 1-2. Up high, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Throw down to first to record the out. So 1 down. It's going to bring up Alex Austin. Austin starts the day batting .381. Takes strike 1, catches the strike zone on the outside corner. 0-1 the count to the first baseman, Austin. And a swing on the inside corner. So quickly 0-2 the count. Velez ahead of Alex Austin. 1 out, bottom of the second. Outside and low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Comes the wind and the 2-2 from Velez. Strike 3 called off the knees on the outside corner. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Lee. Brevin Lee. Lee starts the day batting .485. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. That's up high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. In the dirt outside. Two and 0 the count. 2 outs. Cavaliers batting here in the top half of the second inning. Swing and a miss. Comes the 2-1. Just misses a little bit inside. 3-1 the count. Comes the wind and the 3-1. Foul ball. 3-2 the count on the second baseman, Brevin Lee of the Cavaliers. Sunshiny day, breeze blowing out to left field. Fly ball headed down the right field line. That's going to fall into the bullpen of the Cavaliers. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. There's ball 4 high. So a 2-out walk issued to Lee. That's going to bring up Nate Stevens. the catcher. Stevens starts the day batting .353. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at first base in Brevin Lee. Got him picked off. And tagged out, and the third out of the inning. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Here we go to the bottom half of the second inning. The Blue Devils lead 1-0. Jay Long back to the mound for another inning of work for the Cavaliers. Johnson, Ortiz, and Carlin scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Johnson batting .188 to start the day. He takes strike one called. Johnson, the left fielder, way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to the left fielder, Jalen Johnson. Foul ball back to the screen, so 1-2 the count. Up high, 2-2. Comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. That's going to bring up Yvonne Ortiz, the designated hitter. Ortiz starts the day batting an even 100. He'll step in with 1 out and nobody on. High and outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count to the designated hitter Ortiz. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Tall lefty Long on the mound. Swing and a miss of that ball. Makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss for a strikeout. It's going to bring up Camden Carlin, the catcher. Carlin starts the day batting .225. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Foul ball backing out of play. Oh and 1 the count. Misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Comes the 1-1. Catches the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Time is called. Blue Devils leading here 1-0, bottom half of the second inning. They scored 1 in the bottom half of the first. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. So at the end of 2 full innings, Blue Devils lead 1-0. We'll take a break. We'll be back. To the top of the third we go. Valles back for another inning of work. Stevens, Cohens, and back to the top of the order with Grauberger scheduled up. Stevens, the catcher, he steps back in after being at bat when the caught stealing was recorded. There's a ball headed into right field for a base hit. Adams cuts it off quick and gets it in for the Blue Devils. So a leadoff hit by Stevens. It's going to bring up Cohens, the shortstop. Cohens starts the day batting .290. He'll step in with a runner at first and nobody out to face Valles. Bunt is down and over to first, so a sacrifice bunt by Cohens. So back to the top of the order and Grauberger. Grauberger was called out on strikes his first time up. Grauberger is from Lee's Summit, Missouri. He steps in with a runner at second and 1 out. Strike on the outside corner at the knees. Strike called. Oh and 1 the count. Grauberger, the right fielder. Blocked. Bounces away just a little bit into third. On the wild pitch is Stevens. One ball, one strike, one out, one on. Comes the 1-1 outside. 2-1 the count on Grauberger. There's a ground ball headed to the shortstop, over to first for the out. But an RBI, 6-3 for Grauberger. So that ties it at 1. So that's going to bring up Iannantone. Foul ball caught over in foul territory by Hutchison for the third out of the inning. So the Cavaliers get a sacrifice bunt, move up on a pass ball, score on a ground out to tie it up at 1. We'll take a break. We'll be back. So Long back for his third inning of work in the top of the third. The Cavaliers tie it back up at 1. Scheduled up Slabowski, Dawson, and Paniagua. Slabowski starts the day batting .545. He'll step in as he leads off the bottom of the third for the Blue Devils. Squares to bunt, takes strike called at the belt inside corner. Comes the 0-1, strike right through there. 0-2 the count, quickly Long out ahead of Slabowski. Slabowski, the second baseman. Way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Slabowski leads off the bottom half of the third inning for the Blue Devils. Score tied at 1. It's a foul ball. One ball, 2 strikes. Long ahead of Slabowski. Swing and a miss. So back to the top of the order. And Dawson. Dawson is from Russellville, Arkansas. He'll step in with one out and nobody on. High and outside, ball one. Strike called outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The last 5 Blue Devils have been retired on strikeouts. There's a ball headed into center field. And taken care of by the center fielder, Galloway. Sorry on my camera there, it didn't switch like I intended. Nonetheless, second out, a fly out to center field by Dawson. That's going to bring up Paniagua. Paniagua is from Blue Springs, Missouri, went to Blue Springs South High School. Regular Blue Springs High School, not South. There's another throwback over to first. 1 out. Paniagua had a double his first time up. Bunt fails and back to the screen. On 1 the count. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Way outside. Down. So my mistake, I looked down and missed. Dawson had a base hit to center field. You wonder how in the world could I mess that up? I looked down, and when I looked up, I thought the out had been recorded, so I apologize for that. So a base hit by Paniagua to have runners at first and second. It's going to bring up a fly ball to the right, foul ball to the right side. Running out of room over there is the first baseman, Austin. So Adams is from Leavenworth, Kansas, went to Lansing High School. He's in there with 1 out and runners at first and second. Swing and a miss. Owing to the count on the right fielder, Adams. Comes the 0-2 from Long. It's up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Caleb Adams. He bats here in the bottom half of the third. 1-1 tie. Dawson at second, Paniagua at first, Adams at the plate. Low and inside, so 2-2 the count. In the dirt, Blocked but bounces away. Allows the runners to move to third. So it just kicked away from the catcher Stevens far enough that the runners could move up. It's in the dirt. So 3-2 the count. Wild pitch. Allowed the runners to move. Swing and a miss by Adams, fooled by that pitch. That was ball 4. It's going to bring up Hutchison. Hutchison is from Hayes, Kansas, went to Hayes High School. He steps in with 2 outs, runners at second and third. Swing and a miss of that ball outside part of the plate. Probably gonna, it's a good pitch for Hutch to go to the other way with it, but maybe a good pitch to let go, but nonetheless a swing and a miss for 0-1 the count. There's a bunt. And we'll see how that has scored. Trying to get a hold of that and make the play. I don't know if it'll be scored a hit or a run. It's going to be a hit. It's going to be a tough play for the pitcher to make, so a bunt hit for Hutchison and an RBI. So that's going to bring up Bard. Bard will be up there with 2 outs and runners at the corner. Bard is from Kansas City, Kansas, went to Piper High School. He hits one right back to Long. Long grabs it, tosses it over to first for the out. At the end of 3 full innings, the Blue Devils lead 2-1. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Valles back for another inning of work scheduled up. Hall, Cook, and Galloway. Hall is from Shawnee, Kansas. He reached on a walk his first time out, way outside ball 1. 2-1 lead. Cavaliers batting here in the top of the 4th. Blue Devils leading 2-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike to the left fielder, Quentin Hall. Way outside. 2-1 the count. The wind and the 2-1. Right through there at the knees outside half of the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Quentin Hall. Comes the wind in the 2-2 in the dirt. 3-2 the count. Comes the wind in the 3-2. Ground ball headed to the shortstop. See if that's ruled an error or a hit. I'm going to guess a hit. So a base hit for Quentin Hall. It's going to bring up Noah Cook. Cook is from Urbandale, Iowa. He grounded out and a fielder's choice to the shortstop his first time up. He's up there with nobody out, a runner at first. Outside, nicely blocked by the catcher, Carlin, to keep Hall at first base. Want to know the count? Sunshiny day at Kansas City, Kansas, on the campus of Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils. They're hosting the Cavaliers on a 2-game set. 7-inning game the first, 9-inning game the second. Thursday, they split a doubleheader at Johnson County. Throw back over to first, back in safely again. Comes the 1-0. Foul ball down the left field line. So 1-1 the count to Noah Cook, the third baseman. Just does get back in. Comes the 1-1. Runner bluffs going. Cook takes low and outside. 2-1 the count. Throw over to first, back in safely is Quentin Hall. Two balls and a strike. Runner at first, nobody out. Inside ball 3, so 3-1 the count on the third baseman, Noah Cook, for the Cavaliers. He's up there with a runner at first, nobody out. In the dirt, ball 4. It's going to bring up Galloway. Galloway is from Lee's Summit, Missouri. He'll step in with runners at first and second. Hall at second, Cook at first. Nobody out. Strike, breaking ball right through there. Strike called. 0-1 the count. Breeze blowing out to left field. There's a high chopper base hit into left field. So an RBI base hit for Galloway. Rule that a double into left field and an RBI. So that's going to bring up Alex Austin. Austin is from Collinsville, Oklahoma. Swing and a miss. Foul ball out of play down the right field line. Oh and 1 the count on Alex Austin, the third baseman. He was called out on strikes his first time up. There's a ground ball. Up with it is the pitcher and over to first. So an RBI ground out 1-3 for Alex Austin. That's going to bring up Brevin Lee. Lee is from Olathe, Kansas. He'll step in with a runner at third. And one out. Swing and a miss at that breaking ball. So the Cavaliers take a 3-2 lead as they bat here in the bottom of the fourth. High chop base hit into left field by Galloway. High and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Foul ball down the third base line. 1-2 the count. Galloway goes back to third. Comes the 1-2 from Valles. It's up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out here in the inning. 2 runs in the inning to bring the count 3-2. Cavaliers have taken a 3-2 lead as they bat here in the top of the fourth. High fly ball on the infield. Taking care of that is the second baseman, for the second out of the inning. I think he thought that was the third out. But now there are 2 outs. That's going to bring up Stevens. Stevens is from Waunakee, Wisconsin. He's the catcher today. He had a base hit his first time up. Misses for ball 1. Inside. 2-0 the count. The count. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. Bluff throw to third sends Galloway diving back in. So Galloway with an RBI hit and Austin with an RBI out back to the pitcher for the Cavaliers to take the lead. There's a swing and a miss. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs in for the Cavaliers here in the inning. Comes the stretch and the 2-2 from Valles. Up high. 3-2 the count. Galloway comes down the line hard every time. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs to the catcher, Stevens. There's ball 4, misses a little bit low and inside. That's going to bring up Cohen's. Cohen's the shortstop. He's from Wichita, Kansas. He'll step in with 2 outs. Runners at the corners, Galloway at third and Stevens at first. Strike called outside corner at the knees. 0-1 the count. Two outs, runners at the corners. Cavaliers taking a 3-2 lead. Throw back over to first. Nothing doing over there. Comes the 0-1. Ground ball back to the pitcher, over to first. So 2 runs in the inning for the Cavaliers. They take a 3-2 lead. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Blue Devils trail 3-2. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. Long back to the mound for another inning of work. He's scheduled to face Johnson, Ortiz, and Carlin. Johnson is from Blue Springs, Missouri, went to Blue Springs South. He struck out his first time up. Takes high and outside, ball one. Misses a little bit outside, 2-0 the count on Jalen Johnson, the left fielder. Strike inside corner at the knee. Strike called, 2-1 the count. High pop up on the infield. Lee gives way to Cohens, and Cohens makes the catch for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Ortiz. Ortiz struck out his first time up. He is from Bayamon, Puerto Rico, went to Central Point School. He takes low and inside, ball one. Strike on the outside corner, strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Ortiz, the designated hitter, he struck out his first time up. It's a play made by Lee in shallow right field for the out. It's going to bring up the catcher, Carlin. He was called out on strikes his first time up. Carlin is from Lawrence, Kansas, went to Free State High School. He takes ball one. Low and inside, ball two. Three to 2 lead for the Cavaliers. There's a ball headed into left field and just sends the left fielder Hall back to get that line drive for the out. At the end of 4 full innings, the Blue Devils trail the Cavaliers of Johnson County 3 to 2. We'll take a break. We'll be back. If you're interested in your business having a banner on the outfield fence or stadium entry, go to www.4tees.com, click KCK Blue Devils Baseball, then click Download Banner Brochure, or call Tony Tompkins at 913-288-7150. Here we go to the top half of the fifth inning. Blue Devils trail Johnson 3-2. Grauberger, Ian, and Tone Hall scheduled up for the Cavaliers. Grauberger called out on strikes his first time up and had an RBI ground out to the shortstop. Takes in the dirt, ball 1-0 the count. Ground ball headed at the shortstop. He's up with it and over to first. So Grauberger out. Dawson to Bard for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Ian and Tone. Ian and Tone had a double his first time up and popped out in foul territory to third base his second time. Takes ball 1. 1-0 the count. Designated hitter Nick Ian and Tone. Another ball in the dirt, 2-0 the count. There's a ground ball down to Bard. Bard gets a hold of that, steps on the bag for the unassisted 3 out of Nick Ian and Tone. That's going to bring up Hall. Hall, the left fielder, he's walked and had a base hit. His 2 at-bats so far today. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Fly ball to deep right field. Adams over under that to take care of that for the third out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Blue Devils trail 3-2. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our third season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.fortees.com and click KCK Baseball. Jay Long from Stillwell, Kansas, back for another inning of work. Tall lefty for the Cavaliers. He's scheduled to face Slabowski, Dawson, and Paniagua. Slabowski is from St. Joe, Missouri, went to Lafayette High School. He struck out his first time up. Takes a little bit high, ball 1. 1-0 the count to Cole Slabowski, the second baseman. For the Blue Devils, they trail by 1 as they bat here in the bottom of the fifth. There's a strike inside corner at the knees. 1 ball and a strike. Comes the 1-1. Little nubber off toward the first base dugout. So 1-2 the count on Cole Slabowski. Ground ball headed at the shortstop. He's up with it, and an error on the shortstop. So Slabowski reaches on an error by the shortstop back to the top of the order, and Dawson is grounded out to the third baseman and had a base hit to center field. High and outside, ball one to him. Throw over to first, back in safely is Slabowski. Comes the 1-0. Low. Ball 2 to Dawson, the shortstop. It's a high fly ball to center field. Coming in hard is Galloway. Galloway has that for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Paniagua. Paniagua had a high fly ball that landed behind first base, turned into a double. The wind just blew that one away, and a base hit. He squares to bunt, pulls it back for ball one. Throw over to first, back in safely is Slabowski. 1 out, runner at first. Paniagua at the plate. Inside. 2-0 the count. There's a ground ball. Gonna be booted by the third baseman. So an error on the third baseman allows Paniagua to reach. So runners at first and second. Slabowski at second. Paniagua at first. We're going to take a short break. Check this visit to the mound. We'll be back. All right, that's going to bring up the right fielder, Caleb Adams. His first at bat was a base hit to left field. His second at bat was a strikeout. Runners at first and second with 1 out. The right fielder, Adams, at the plate. There's a foul ball back and out of play over the first base dugout. Owen won the count on Adams. Blue Devils trail 3-2 here in the bottom half of the fifth. Stays up high. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to the right fielder, Adams. Jay Long on the mound for the Cavaliers, tall left-hander. Turns back to second, nothing going on there. Comes the stretch and the 1-1 from long, way outside and high. 2 balls and a strike to Adams. Comes the stretch and the 2-1. Foul ball right back into the net. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Caleb Adams. Outside. So 3-2 the count. 1 out. Three balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Slabowski at second. Peniagua at first. There's ball 4. That's going to bring up Hutchison. Hutchison has walked and had a bunt hit with an RBI. We're going to have a change of pitchers. We'll take a break. We'll find out those changes, and we'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. Pitching change for the Cavaliers coming into the game is tall right-hander Danny Trahey from Kansas City, Kansas. He brings his .6 ERA to the game. Trahey has 15 innings pitched. Hutchison Palmer steps in with the bases loaded and 1 out. Swing and a miss of that fastball. That was a challenge right down the upper part of the zone to, hey, can you catch up with it from Trahey? 0-1 the count. High and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Trahey on in relief of Long. Long went 4 1/3 innings. Comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss of that fastball. So down in the count, 1-2 is Hutchison to the relief pitcher, Danny Trahey. comes the pitch. And check swing, didn't mean to, but did, for a strikeout. That's going to bring up Brendan Bard. Bard will step in with 2 outs and the bases full of Blue Devils. Bard has struck out and grounded back to the pitcher. He'll step in with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Adams at first, Paniagua at second, Slabowski at third. Bard at the plate, the first baseman, Bard. Outside, ball 1, 1-0 the count. Bard with an open stance. Here comes the 1-0, way outside, ball 2. So 2-0 the count from Danny Trahey to Brendan Bard. Strike called at the knees, outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Bases loaded. Swing and a miss of that fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Blue Devils trail 3-2 as they bat here in the bottom of the 5th. They have the bases loaded, but there's 2 outs. Bard at the plate, 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss for the 3rd out of the inning. So at the end of 5 full innings, the Blue Devils trail 3-2 to the Cavaliers of Johnson. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. Here we go to the top half of the 6th. Cavaliers leading the Blue Devils 3-2. Cook, Galloway, and Austin scheduled up for the Cavaliers. Cook has grounded out and walked so far. Strike called outside corner, just catches a piece of the plate. Little bit low. Ball and a strike to the 3rd baseman, Noah Cook of Johnson County. There's a line drive hit down to Hutchison. Can't hit it any harder than that, but when it's right at someone for the out, it's going to bring up Galloway. Galloway has struck out and had an RBI double into the left field. corner. He'll step in with 1 out and nobody on. Swing and a miss of that first pitch. Oh, and 1 the count on Galloway, their center fielder. Misses low and outside, so 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Valles in his 6th inning of work. There's a base hit into left field. Headed for the gap, headed for second base is Galloway. So Galloway with another double. Plugs the gap in left center with that one. So 1 out. That brings up Austin. Austin's been called out on strikes. Had an RBI ground out back to the pitcher. He'll step in with 1 out and a runner at second base. After that, 1 out double by Galloway. There's a ground ball to Palmer. Palmer up with it and over to first base for the out. So runner at second now with 2 outs. It's going to bring up Brevin Lee. Lee has walked and popped out to the second baseman so far in this one. He's up there with 2 outs and a runner at second base. There's a fly ball to deep center field. And that's going to be down for extra bases. An RBI triple. An RBI triple for Brevin Lee. That's going to bring up Nate Stevens. Stevens has had a base hit and a base on balls, his 2 at-bats. Four to 2 lead now for the Cavaliers. Swing and a miss of that first pitch, so 0-1 the count on Stevens. Just misses a little bit up and or out. Not sure which. That was pretty close. 1 ball and a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nate Stevens, the catcher. 4 to 2 lead now for the Cavaliers. Pop up back and over the top of us and out of play. Runner at third base after that RBI triple by Brevin Lee. 1-2 the count. High and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Blue Devils trailing 4-2 here in this first game. 7-inning regulation scheduled game. Foul ball, so we'll do the 2-2 again. On Thursday at Johnson County, they split the first 2 games of the 2 doubleheaders. Comes the 2-2. There's a ball deep to right field. That ball is out for a 2-run home run for Stevens. So that's going to make it 6-2. We're going to have a visit to the mound. We're going to have a pitching change. We'll find out that change, bring you that information. We'll be back. If you're interested in your business having a banner on the outfield fence or stadium entry, go to www.4ts.com, click KCK Blue Devils Baseball, then click Download Banner Brochure, or call Tony Tompkins at 913-288-7150. All right, pitching change has been made. Chase Terrell from Linwood, Kansas, went to Bonner Springs High School. He comes in relief for the Blue Devils. He'll face Isaiah Cohens here with 2 outs. Cohens has grounded out twice in this first game. Six-2 lead for the Cavaliers. Ball just catches the outside corner. Cohen's the shortstop for the Cavaliers. He's up there with 2 outs. Misses outside, does Terrell. 2 balls and a strike, the count. Foul ball over the third base dugout and out of play. So 2-2 the count on the shortstop for Johnson, Isaiah Cohens. The ball headed down the left field line, but foul. So we'll do the 2-2 again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Just misses a little bit inside. 3-2 the count. Terrell goes full on Cohens. Ground ball at the second baseman. Slabowski up with it over to Bard. So we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Blue Devils trail Johnson County Cavaliers 6-2. We'll be back. Trey He back from another inning of work, scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Johnson, Ortiz, and Carlin. The Blue Devils bat here in the bottom of the 6th. trailing 6-2. Johnson is struck out and popped out to the second baseman, his 2 at-bats. There's a strike called on the outside corner. So 0-1 the count. Trey He with a first pitch strike to Johnson. That ball misses a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Johnson, the left fielder for the Blue Devils. Fly ball over the first base dugout. A little deeper than that. Now to play. So 1-2 the count. There's a ball headed right back up the middle for a hit. So a leadoff hit for Jalen Johnson. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Yvonne Ortiz. He is struck out and popped out to shallow right field to the second baseman. Outside first pitch. 1-0 the count to the designated hitter Ortiz. Leadoff base hit for Jalen Johnson, the left fielder. High and outside ball 2. 2-0 the count from Trey He to Ortiz. Outside ball 3, so 3 straight balls from Trey He to Ortiz, the designated hitter. Johnson at first. Strike called. Right down the middle at the knees. 3-1 the count. Way high and outside ball 4. So a base on balls to the designated hitter Ortiz. That's going to bring up Camden Carlin, the catcher. He's been called out on strikes and hit a line drive rocket right at the left fielder. Going to have a quick visit to the mound initiated by Stevens, the catcher, maybe just trying to get some time for the bullpen to get warm. So runners at first and second. Nobody out. Carlin at the plate, the catcher. First baseman Austin in tight, expecting a bunt here. Turns back to second, nothing going on back there. Probably trying to get a preview of what the hitter's going to do here, if he's going to be bunting or not. Strike called outside corner. 0-1 the count. Comes the 0-1. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. 1 ball, 1 strike to Camden Carlin. Number 27, he's the catcher for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils trail here, batting in the bottom of the 6th. They trail 6-2. Got 2 runners on with nobody out. They could use a big inning here. Squares to bunt, pulls back again. So 2-1 the count Trahey on in relief of Long. Long went 4 1/3. Little bit outside. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes ball 3. 3-1 the count on the catcher, Camden Carlin. Strike called outside corner. So 3-2 the count. Nobody out. Blue Devils batting with 2 runners on here in the bottom of the 6th. They trail by 4. Time asked for and granted. Comes the stretch and the 3-2. Strike called. Bottom part of the zone, right down the middle. So Carlin called out on strikes for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Slabowski. Slabowski is struck out and reached on an error by the shortstop. He'll step in with 1 out, runners at first and second. Misses low, ball 1. 1-0. Want to know the count. Had a ball come out on the field. One of the Johnson players throws it, and on one hop it hits and bounces in to where it should have been, the bullpen. Strike called on the outside in the umpire behind the plate catching some heck from the Blue Devils faithful there. Slabowski with the strike called. There's a ball headed into right field. It's going to load the bases with that base hit. So that loads the bases with 1 out, and it's going to bring up Cole Dawson for his 4th at bat. Dawson, the shortstop, he's grounded out, had a base hit to center field, and out on a fly out to center field. He steps in with 1 out and the bases loaded. There's a foul ball back and out of play over the right field side. So 0-1 the count on Dawson. Dawson's up there at 1-1 the count, 1 out, bases full of Blue Devils. Misses just a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Blue Devils trail 6-2. They're batting here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 7-inning regulation game. Misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. Trahey on in relief of Long for the Cavaliers. Cavaliers with the 6-2 lead. Swinging a miss of that fastball, so 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cole Dawson. Comes the 2-2. That ball's low. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Blue Devils trail by 4. They're threatening here in the bottom of the 6th with the bases loaded and 1 out. Dawson at the plate. Foul ball over the first base dugout and out of play. So we'll do the 3-2 again. Comes the Trahey 3-2 pitch. Fly ball to deep center field. Sends Galloway back, and Galloway misses the ball. At the last minute, the sun probably kept him from seeing that. So the Blue Devils with a run in make it 6-3, and the bases still loaded. Going to have a visit to the mound. The coach from Johnson has questioned something. I don't know if now we're going to get a regular visit to the mound and we're going to have a pitching change. We'll get those changes and we'll be back. 1 out, bases still loaded. The gap has been to 6-3. The Blue Devils threatening with this rally. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. Okay, the pitching change has been made. CC Crane from Lee Summit comes in, brings a 1.15 ERA. He will face Paniagua. Paniagua's had a double, a single, and reached on an error. Bases loaded here with Paniagua at the plate. Misses inside. Tall left-hander is CC Crane. Misses inside, 1-0, bases loaded, 6-3 lead. 1 run in the inning for the Blue Devils. Foul ball back to the screen, so 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and 1 run in. Here for the Blue Devils, they trail 6-3. Bottom of the 6th inning action. Reminder, this regulation first game of the doubleheader is a 7-inning scheduled game. Swing and a miss of that pitch. So 1-2 the count to Paniagua. Adams in the on-deck circle here, provided there's no double play. 1-2 the count on Raymond Paniagua, the center fielder. There's a ball headed to deep left field. Hall's gauging that. He's got it, coming for home. And another run in on that sac fly. So a sac fly by Paniagua. It's going to bring up Adams. Adams is up there with runners at first and second. He's had a base hit, a strikeout, and a base on balls. Swing and a miss of that first pitch by KCK Crane. 0-1 the count. 6-4 lead by the Cavaliers here in the bottom of the sixth. 2 runs in the inning. Comes the 0-1. Catches the inside corner for strike 2 called. Comes the 0-2 by Crane. Timeout asked for and granted. Little visit down here by Coach Golbeck with his hitter Adams and his 2 base runners. Slabowski and Dawson, the runners, at first and second. So, wisdom imparted by Coach Golbeck. 0-2 the count on Adams, the right fielder. Comes the pitch. Just a little bit low. 1-2 the count. We had a punch out on a pitch about like that earlier. 1-2 the count with 2 outs. Caleb Adams, the right fielder at the plate. Comes the pitch from Crane. Drifts just a little bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 2 runs in. Here in the bottom of the sixth, Blue Devils trail 6-4. In the dirt, nicely blocked by the catcher. Stevens gets away from him just a little bit after the initial block. He kind of hit it with his foot, but not far enough away for the runners to move up. So 3-2 the count. Now the runners will have the opportunity to be off with the pitch. Outside ball 4. So a base on balls to Adams with 2 outs. That reloads the bases and brings up Palmer Hutchison. Hutchison will step in with the bases full of Blue Devils. Hutchison has walked, had a bunt hit for an RBI, and struck out. He'll step in with the bases loaded. Strike right through their inside part of the plate. Strike called. Comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss of that pitch. So 0-2 the count. Crane on in relief of Trahey, who was on in relief of Long. Comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss. So we go to the top of the seventh. Blue Devils trail 6-4. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our third season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the top of the seventh. Reminder, this is a 7-inning scheduled game. Grauberger, Tone, and Hall scheduled up to face Terrell. Terrell back for another inning of work. He's on in relief of Valdez. Curveball just stays a little bit inside. Grauberger's been called out on strikes. Grounded out to the shortstop twice, one of them yielding a run. Strike called outside corner. So 1-1 strike to Grauberger as he leads off the top of the seventh for the Cavaliers. Swing and a miss of that pitch. Grauberger, the original leadoff hitter for the Cavaliers. There's a pitch to deep left field. Headed back for the track. That's off the wall. Grauberger with a stand-up double off the wall in left field. That's going to bring up Tone. He'll be up there with the runner at second, nobody out. Tone has had a double and popped out to the third baseman and grounded out to the first baseman. Foul ball over the third base dugout and out of play. So 0-1 the count on Tone, the designated hitter for the Cavaliers. The high fly ball to center field. Takes care of that, does Paniagua. And the runner moves to third. So a fly out to center field moves the runner to third. So 1 out, and that's going to bring up Quentin Hall. Hall has walked, had a base hit, and flew out to right field. His 3 at-bats. He'll step in with 1 out and a runner at third. The runner at third is Grauberger. He led the inning off with a double. There's a ground ball headed into right field for a hit. So an RBI base hit for Hall. Misses a little bit low to Noah Cook. Cook is grounded out to the third baseman, walked, and had a wicked line drive hit at Hutchison at third for out. Strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, 1 run in. Actually 2 runs in. No, 1 run, 7-4 lead. Strike called. Looked like it was supposed to be a pitch out the way the Carlin was coming outside for that, and he catches the outside corner. So 1-2 the count on Noah Cook, the third baseman. Terrell throw over to first, back in safely. One and two the count. Comes the 1-2. Pitch was not chasing on that curveball outside. Cook well disciplined on that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Noah Cook, the third baseman. Misses just a little bit low. 3-2 the count. 7-4 lead as the Cavaliers bat here in the top half of the 7th. As a reminder, it is a scheduled 7-inning game. Back in safely at first is Hall. Three and two the count. Looked like he got him, but not quite. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Quick throw over by Terrell, but back in safely. Diving was Hall. Swing and a miss, and a throw back down and safely. So Cook out on a strikeout. That's going to bring up Galloway. Galloway, the center fielder, he's struck out and then has back-to-back doubles. 1 for an RBI. He steps in with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Blue Devils trail by 3. Terrell on in relief, trying to get them back in for their last opportunity. There's a throw over to first, back in safely. Two outs. Galloway at the plate. Strike called on the outside corner. Oh and 1 the count on Jackson Galloway. Strike called at the knees outside corner. Terrell with a couple of paintbrush strike calls on the outside corner at the knees for an 0-2 count. See if he can set Galloway down to get us into the dugout. Misses outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Misses outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hall at first. He had an RBI. Single to right field. There's a foul ball over to the first base dugout. Third base dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning action. Misses outside. So 3-2 the count on Galloway. Quentin Hall at first will be off with the pitch. Misses outside, ball 4. So that's going to bring up Alex Austin. Austin is the first baseman. He's been called out on strikes, grounded back to the pitcher for an RBI, and grounded out to the third baseman. His 3 at-bats, he'll be up there with 2 outs, and there's a foul ball back into the net for strike 1. Oh and 1 the count, 2 outs, 2 on. Fly ball to deep center field. Paniagua puts the glove up, shades his eyes, puts it away. So we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Blue Devils trailing Johnson County Cavaliers 7-4. We'll be back for the end of this one. Stay with us. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the 7th. Blue Devils need 3 to keep this thing going or 4 to win it. Crane back for another inning of work. Tall left-hander. Bard, Johnson, and Ortiz scheduled up. Bard has struck out twice and grounded back to the pitcher once. Takes strike on the outside corner. Strike called. 0-1 the count on Brendan Bard, the first baseman. As a ball headed to center field. Checking over on that is Galloway, and Galloway's got it for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Jalen Johnson. Johnson has struck out, popped out to the shortstop, and had a base hit to center field. He'll step in with the Blue Devils trailing by 3 and down to 2 outs. High and outside, ball 1, 1-0 the count. Comes the 1-0 pitch from Crane. A little bit low. 2-0 the count to the left fielder, Jalen Johnson. That's up high. So 3-0 the count with 1 out. Strike right through there, inside half of the plate at the knees. 3-1 the count. That's ball 4. Jalen not wanting to take off for fear that he's messed up on that, but that's a base on balls. So Ortiz will be up. Runner at first base after the 1-out walk issued to Johnson. Ortiz has struck out, popped out, and reached on a base on balls. Strike called right at the waist, down the middle. 0-1 the count, 1 out. Johnson at first base after the 1 out walk. Swing and a foul tip into the catcher's glove held by Stevens. So 0-2 the count. Comes the 0-2. There's a foul ball in to the net on the first base side. So we'll do the 0-2 again. Throw to first. Back in safely is the runner, Johnson. It's a line drive into left field for a base hit. So the tying run makes it to the plate with 1 out and 2 on. So that's going to bring up Carlin. Carlin's been called out on strikes twice and hit a wicked line drive at the left fielder. Would like to see that line drive in one of the gaps. Strike called inside corner at the waist. 0-1 the count. Oh and 1 the count. Crane on in relief for the Cavaliers. There's a ball headed to center field. That's taken care of by the center fielder, Galloway, for the second out of the inning. You don't want to make that third out at third base, so no running there. That's going to bring up Slabowski. Slabowski is struck out, reached on an error, and had a base hit to right field. Blue Devils down to their last out. They trail by 3, but they've got 2 on. Tying run has made it to the plate. Strike called on the inside corner. 0-1 the count. Johnson at second, Ortiz at first. Slabowski at the plate. Swing and a miss of that fastball. So for the time being, the Blue Devils down to their last strike. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Crane, the lefty, on in relief for the Cavaliers. Comes the stretch and the 0-2. The high fly ball to center field. And that's right to Galloway to put that one away. So the Cavaliers win the first game today, 7-4. We'll take a break. It'll be about 20 minutes. Look for that second link at 4Ts. Or if you're on the YouTube/4Ts, we'll have a second link for this game. So Johnson has won 2 of the first 3. We'll take a break. We'll get the lineups, and we'll be back.